game today. Your thoughts about an excellent matchup?
Give all the credit to the kids. You know, we had a lead, lost the lead, suffered adversity, struggled at the end of regulation. We could have hung our heads and quit. Found a way to make enough plays at the end of the game. Give Wheeling Jesuit credit. They're unbelievably well coached. They're disciplined. They try really, really hard. And it's almost like you could just take them from the other day. Methuselah aged another 100 years. And Kiki came up with a big block late that got us the win.
Lynn, have you ever had a player like Kiki who can dominate a game without even taking one shot?
No, because we've had some tremendous offensive players in my tenure, but we've never had a kid that, and I've been saying it all along, no one's a bigger Kiki fan than I am, because I truly understand the importance of what actually makes you win games. You know, people look at box scores sometimes and they get too caught up in the points and 1,000 other things, but we don't double team the post. So she's probably the only post player in the league that has to play one-on-one every single minute she's on the floor. And she's a warrior, love her to death, great player.
Kiki, can you describe what you saw on the big block on Jayla there late? It looked like she had a wide open layup and you came out of nowhere.
Well, I can't remember if it was the first or second half where she kind of pro-hopped me. I knew I was going to have to let her go in front of me before I blocked it. So I can tell.
And Kiki's probably our most cerebral player, so she's not making that up. She understands angles and things like that.
Coach Ullom, these last couple of weeks, your team has just been scrapping and clawing, trying to find its way into the top 8 of the Atlantic region. How much has being on the bubble been a motivational factor for your team?
You're not going to believe this, but they'll confirm it. I mentioned the NCAAs one time in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Not one time have we mentioned, other than they would say, did the rankings come out? But I haven't gotten into any details. We've never mentioned it. All we talked about that last week is when Charleston opened the door for us. We talked about having that championship that you can put in your pocket for the rest of your life. And once we won that game at Wheeling last Saturday, all we've talked about is coming down here and playing our best basketball. And nothing would please me more than to see them have the opportunity to climb that ladder and cut that down.
Kylie, Gerald Bryant attempted 26 shots. What was, now Frizzell played well, but outside of Bryant, they really didn't have a whole lot of offense. Was that by design? You guys wanted to take away other people?
Yeah, we plan on taking away Butler and number 1, Ryan Calvin. Sorry. I mean, they are good shooters, so we plan to take them away from the get-go.
You guys did a good job of actually playing Dale Bryant today. Making her work for things. You know, she's going to right.
Right. Well, some of that is when you have a Kiki, we say force them into the ball screen and let Kiki guard her. So yeah, that helps a little bit. But you know, I can't say enough for the job that Liz Flowers did on her. You know, Jayla is a great player, including the shot that she hit to tie it. And that was a tough jumper, but she earned her points today. Every basket she got, she earned. And you know, the thing that I really like about Liz here in the last 2 or 3 weeks is she hasn't shot it well. She's not scoring the points, but she has been a lockdown defender here for 2 or 3 weeks. But I think that's kind of symbolic of what our team has done here in the last month. And I wouldn't have been telling you that 2 months ago. We were one of the worst defensive teams in the league. But our kids have bought into, you know, diving on the floor and causing tie-ups and playing matchups and understanding what we have to do on defense. So, again, it's the kids. I don't guard anybody. I don't shoot a ball. They get 100% of the credit.
Hillary, you guys, I think everybody would agree probably should have won this in regulation, but you end up going to overtime. Maybe a tendency to mope there, but you come out and immediately go inside and get the three-point play. Can you talk about the mindset in the timeout before overtime and what was talked about?
I think it just, you know, being a senior, you kind of see that flash of your career ending like this. You know, it could end right now if you don't do something. And you know, I haven't been one to drive to the basket much. You know, with all my, that's how I had pretty much 3 knee injuries. Is from driving to the basket and tearing something. So that's just kind of, I'm very tentative about going, but, you know, at that point, you just have to do what you gotta do, and, you know, I wasn't gonna lose to winning judging it.
All or nothing, girl.
It didn't surprise you, I mean, it was easy for you guys early, kind of fun to watch what you guys were doing. No surprise, I'm sure, knowing that the way they came back on you and made it a game and even forced overtime. It was a great game to watch. It was a fun game to play in. Now that you're sitting there in the winning chair.
Yeah, I mean, I love games like that, as much as it probably ages him.
Yeah, he's old anyway.
Yeah. You got probably happy with the shot that Brian got at the end. I mean, you don't want her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And I will, you know, we practice that stuff, but when you're only up 2, it really makes it difficult. And I thought we did a great job of running with her, and Hillary kind of slid over to show a double because her girl took it out. And, you know, that was not a high percentage shot, that would go in every now and then. But I think that's exactly how I would have wanted them to guard it, because if you foul, you know, you're potential to lose. So again, I give them credit. They listen and do what they're supposed to.
I gotta ask you this. Why did you call timeout 3-2, knowing we didn't have left?
Because we always want to structure our defense. You know, I think that's, and if anyone's ever watched us play, I always use my timeouts defensively. That's why I hate to use them before those last 4 minutes, because defensively you can talk about we're going to switch every screen. And what we talked about in that timeout was whoever man took it out, you're going to rotate over and show that double team so she doesn't get the clear run at you. So that's what I've done all the time.
Lynn, is this one of your most satisfying years coaching, given what you guys have been through with injuries, and you end up winning the conference regular season championship, and now you've got a chance to follow that up with a tournament title?
Yeah, because it was such a weird year, and I'll tell you, bizarro weird. From calls that go against you, we had what I thought 6 really talented wings, and 4 of them get hurt. And you know, we're playing weird lineups, and we played a tough schedule. We always played one of the toughest schedules in the region. And trust me, when I was sitting on that bench, we played Adelphi, who's like 10th in the country, and we were down 30-some points at halftime. And if you would have asked me right then, because I didn't know if any of these kids were going to come back, because they said Hillary was done. So if you would have said, hey, what's down the road, I'd have said, I don't know. But, you know, we'll try to figure it out. But we did get these kids back, and they were all contributing. And yes, it's very satisfying.
Anything else? Good, thank you very much.
Thank you.